What's going on, everybody? I'm Tank, and this is another episode of Roadie Reactions.
Get with this.
In today's reaction video, I'm going to be checking out a band for the very first time who I had never even heard of until about 24 hours ago. They were recommended to me by Chase Carneson, and if you follow this channel, you probably already know who Chase is. And if this is your first time here, Chase Carneson is another YouTuber who I've become really good friends with over the last few months. He's originally from South Africa, lives in England now, and where I break down my videos from the production and gear standpoint from my experience on tour being a roadie, he breaks down his videos from the music theory and the music composition standpoint from his experience being a musician in a band. And it's super interesting, super cool. If you haven't checked out his channel, I would highly recommend it. And he messaged me about this band and said, hey dude, I would love for you to show South Africa some love on your channel. This is a band that we gave them their very first show ever when I was still in my band. They have this really cool video out. I think you would really dig it. There's a lot of gear and stuff in it. And when I asked him what it sounded like, he was just like, you'll like it. So if I don't like it, it's Chase's fault. Blame him, not me. But anyways, I'm excited, man. Chase and I have similar tastes. He's never let me down with anything, so I'm sure I'm gonna dig this. I will link this video in the description below. And today, for the very first time ever, I'm gonna be listening to Facing the Gallows with the music video for their song, Dead Mindset. Let's go. Dude's rocking a Jonathan Taves sweater. Let's f***ing go.
We have killed something that was great. The biggest loss were our mistakes. If only we commit to what we have planned. 'Cause changing the world is the well-being. Remove the blind from your eyes and say that to the constant ways. Exalt the filth and deny their access. Show no mercy, show no forgiveness. My mind is racing and
Oh, this is pick up heavy shit, put it back down music for me. Gym music, if anybody didn't figure that out. Right away, I mean, the first thing I noticed, dude is rocking a Chicago Blackhawks Jonathan Taves sweater, jersey. Jonathan Taves is the captain of the Chicago Blackhawks ice hockey team of the NHL, original 6 team in the NHL. My favorite team because I grew up in Chicago. So that's super cool. South African dude rocking Chicago. So sound-wise, I haven't figured out if, I mean, it sounds hardcore so far. I don't know if it's going to switch and turn into like a metalcore kind of thing or if this is just South African hardcore, but I really dig this so far. Let's keep going. A lot of gear, a lot of stuff to look at. I'll keep my eyes open.
my mind is racing and I can't seem to sleep. Because I'm rushing and I'm battling today. Can't you see this? Can't you feel it? I'm wide awake as this nightmare begins. So the world is going to be a drill. Feel safe and don't let me fear. Listen to death, I will rise. We're killed to find this hate eyes. We're creating our present.
Oh,
I'm sick of living in this hole. I'm sick to death of what I've been told. I'm lying to myself that I rarely care. When I know that everyone that I love will fucking die.
oh, okay, so good place to pause, it feels like. Instrument-wise, looks like one of their guitar players is rocking an Ibanez RG. We've talked about those a lot on this channel. From the looks of it, it looks like it might be one of the Iron Label Ibanez RGs, which, if I'm not mistaken, I believe those are baritone scale, so the neck is longer, so they can get thicker strings, lower tunings. Probably EMG pickups in that as well. The bass player looks like he's rocking a Music Man Stingray, but I did see the headstock and it said sub 5 on it. That's an older bass. The Music Man sub series, sub standing for Sport Utility Bass, which is hilarious, That was kind of like their mid to low range line that they put out. Kind of how Fender has Squier, Gibson has Epiphone, stuff like that. Still good products. They just make them affordable for people on the market. The sub line was discontinued in the mid 2000s, I think. And then by the 2010s, they started a new line called the Sterling by Music Man. Ernie Ball owns Music Man. Sterling Ball is the son of Ernie Ball, the founder. So the subline has turned into the Sterling by Music Man line. So that's an older bass. That's probably like pre-2005. 15-year-old bass. Super cool. Other guitar I can't figure out yet, so we'll come back to that. So impression so far, man, that chorus kind of threw me off for a second, but it worked really good. And this is the kind of music that Chase and I bond over. Like, we like some of that Warped Tour era stuff. I kind of fell out of that when I was younger and leaned more towards the metal scene. But, still, man, bands like He Is Legend, Every Time I Die, The Ghost Inside, like, this band sounds like they could be on tour with all of them. It's great, man. Looks like it was obviously shot over multiple shows because sometimes he's wearing the Blackhawk sweater, sometimes he's not. I'm digging this, man. I really am. We'll come back and talk about more gear again because I still can't figure out that other guitar and I really want to.
Look at what we become. Look at what we've done. We're fucking monsters.
Dude wants a circle pit. Oh, Jesus, what a build up. Oh, that was in the track. I just heard that siren in the track. It's abnormally warm here in Nashville right now, and we've kind of been having like tornado weather, and we had a very severe tornado this year. I thought that's what I was hearing out of my in-ears for a second. Sorry. That was the track in the song. Super sick. So far I've been surprised because we've had like 2 or 3 massive built-up breakdowns where usually you only get one of those in a bridge of a song. I saw that the drummer's using Zildjian cymbals. I can't figure out what kit that is. And as far as backline, there's so much stuff back there that I don't know what gear belongs to them or what might be backlined for other bands. But I know I saw a Mesa Boogie dual or triple rectifier. You can't really tell because they look the same, and the difference is that the dual rectifier is a 100 watt amp, triple rectifier is a 150 watt amp. There's a Marshall MX412B up there. The A's are the flat cabs, the B's have the kind of slant to them. I saw an Ampeg bass cabinet. I think I saw a PV5150 up there. There's a lot of stuff going on. I'm still going to figure out that f***ing guitar by the end of this video too, because I still have not. That is the most realistic siren sample I've ever heard in a band like this.
These memories will not die, and they won't be forgotten. So shout out to this world, don't let it pass you by. You only get one goal, let's sleep in our dead. One country's as I can't keep loving this world. You will be in time with this world must change. Why can't you see that we are all close line? Why can't you see that we are all going blind? Look at what we've done. Look at what we become. Look at what we've done. We raise your right. We raise your right. We raise your right.
So, I'm not 100% sure. If I had to guess, I think that guitar is a Bella Gear. It looks very similar to the same guitar that Andy from Every Time I Die uses, and I think Dan from 4 Years Strong used to use the same model. Bella Gear, if I'm correct, if that's what it is, Bella Gear's a custom guitar company from, I think, Pennsylvania. But I'm not really familiar with them. So if I'm wrong, I'll look it up. If I'm right, I'll put some information in here. But I think it's a Bella Gear. Now the video's over. Let's go talk about it. So, first time hearing Facing the Gallows, and I would definitely listen to that again, man. Sound-wise, that's kind of the sound that, like, I really like. And it was also pretty nostalgic for me, because mid-2000s into this kind of scene with, you know, kind of the poppier choruses, even though it wasn't poppy, just cleaner chorus, heavy breakdowns, stuff like that. Like, you know, the sound that A Day to Remember really made popular in like the mid to late 2000s. Like, this kind of reminds me of that. These guys could be touring with bands like that and the other bands that I mentioned. And it was really good, man. I totally dug it, and I would definitely listen to more. So, Chase, good job, man. I didn't hate it. And very, very impressed, actually, because, you know, when we talk about bands in other countries that don't get a ton of exposure in the United States, where I live, I've been trying to think of any other band from South Africa that I'm familiar with, and the only one that I am is Seether. There might be some other ones that I just don't know of that they're from there, but super cool. Another South African band to check out. So if you enjoyed that, I'll put some links below that you can check this band out. And if this is your first time here, feel free to click subscribe, because I release new videos all the time. And if you turn those alerts on, you'll be notified the second it comes out. If you liked this video, I would greatly appreciate the like. And if you disliked it, you're free to, man. No big deal. There's a dislike button there. Click it, move on. I'm also on a ton of different social media platforms. I even have a Discord server with Chase Carneson, and I will link that in the description below if you'd like to join. And I'm on Twitch streaming all the time too, just hanging out and talking to you guys, streaming video games, whatever, man. I will also link that in the description. My handle on everything social media related is @TankTheTech. Thank you so much once again for watching. I will be back very soon with another episode of Roadie Reactions.